welcome to the first Expert Golden Knowledge series, which we'll be focusing today on LinkedIn profile optimization and also enhancing your personal brand. It's great to see you all here, and hopefully a couple more will join in a minute. My name is Kay Lundy and I'm the Expert Admin Coach. I've got 35 years experience as an assistant and 14 years in coaching. And I now coach and mentor administrative professionals to break down barriers in their career, change, to focus on direction and achieve personal success. I will be facilitating more of these with different subjects, so do watch out when I advertise on LinkedIn, but I will keep you informed. Welcome as well to Gladys and Guañez, who is a former successful VA herself and has now been focusing just purely on LinkedIn profile optimization. She's also a certified customer value optimization specialist, which is quite a mouthful, and a digital marketeer. And she's going to give an outline to you in the next 30 minutes about how you can achieve the best visibility where you want it on LinkedIn. As I said, if there's time at the end of the session, we can do a brief Q&A. And if not, please contact Gladys yourselves personally and she'll be able to answer any questions. Yep. So we're 5 minutes in now. So Gladys, over to you and thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kay. And thank you everyone for being here today. I'd like to say good evening, but I think it's the afternoon for you. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whichever part of the world you are. So I'm going to share my screen right now. And if it's okay, I'm going to ask everyone to mute themselves so that we'd have a smooth discussion about LinkedIn profile optimization. All right. So I'm going to share my screen so we can start. All right. So I think Kay already recorded this.
I am recording, yes, so that if anybody else wants to watch it afterwards, then they can.
All right, that's great. All right, I have a note here because I tend to be forgetful sometimes. So anyway, so today, is it okay if I just, how do I turn off my video? I'm gonna turn off my video for now so that you won't get distracted.
Right, okay.
All right. So today we're going to discuss LinkedIn profile optimization. This is a checklist of 9 actionable things that you can do right after this webinar so that you would be more visible on LinkedIn and that your profile would be more optimized. All right, so how do I, okay, there you go. All right, so this is gonna be the outline. Of course, first I'm gonna introduce myself. Why should you listen to me, right? So I'm not gonna tell you about my achievements and who I am. Instead, I'm gonna introduce myself in a client-facing way. What I mean is, I'm gonna introduce myself so that you'd know what would be the benefit to you if you listen to me. All right. Okay, you should listen to me because what I do is I help business coaches, consultants, and digital marketing agencies to get clients without spending a dime on ads using LinkedIn alone. And that also includes virtual assistants because I was also a former virtual assistant myself. And right now I have a tribe of virtual assistants that are also looking for help with me when it comes to LinkedIn profile optimization. So in other words, I'm a LinkedIn strategist and a LinkedIn profile optimizer. So whom I work with, I partner with people and organizations who need help with optimizing their LinkedIn profile and prospecting clients using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. But today we are going to focus on LinkedIn profile optimization to make you stand out amongst your competition on LinkedIn. There are like 600 million plus people on LinkedIn right now, right? So it's going to be to your advantage if you stand out using your own profile. So in a nutshell, I help you turn your LinkedIn account into an asset that it should be. All right. Yep. Fun fact, I was a virtual assistant before I became a LinkedIn strategist. All right. So this mini training is for you if you want to attract your ideal clients on LinkedIn. Also, if you want to stand out on LinkedIn, to position yourself as an industry expert or even an influencer. And when I say industry expert, it doesn't matter what kind of job or role you have, whether you are a virtual assistant or an administrative professional, you can stand out by using this method. All right. And also, if you want your LinkedIn profile to speak about your personal brand. Okay. So, an optimized LinkedIn profile will help you attract your ideal clients. It will make you stand out, and it will also speak about your personal and professional brand. You know, right now, due to this pandemic, more and more people are actively using LinkedIn, right? Uh, it's for, professional as well as personal development. So, if you stay with me until the end of this webinar, you're going to learn a bonus hack that you can instantly apply right after this webinar so that you can, quote unquote, lessen your competition on LinkedIn. So if you want to learn that, stay with me. Uh, I think we have 30 minutes more before this ends. So just a quick check. I just want to check if you're with me. Are you ready to learn this? Please, sorry about that. Type one in the chat box if you are.
Yeah, just hands up.
All right. All right. Stephanie says one, Michelle one, Angela one. All right. So I think everybody seems to be ready. So let's start with checklist number one. All right. So the first thing that you need to do is, of course, if you want to be found on LinkedIn, make it easier for those who are searching for you to actually find you. Right. And the best thing to do that is to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is public. All right. Now, to do that, I mean, the benefit of that, of course, is you are going to be easier to be found. And then you can also be found via search engines such as Google, Yahoo, or whatever search engine you are using. So to do that, it's quite simple, actually. However, not everyone knows this because I think not most people, they are not active on LinkedIn. They just build their profile and just leave it there and hope for someone to see it, right? So to do that, make sure that your public profile, go to your profile page, and then you would see this section right here, which is the edit public profile and URL. So click on that, and then you will see a page that will contain this section right here, which is the edit visibility section. All right, so to make sure that your profile is public, turn this on. All right, so if it says it's on, that means that you are searchable on LinkedIn, right? So that's hack number one, and you can apply that right after this webinar. Now let's go to the next one. All right, so the LinkedIn URL. All right, I'm not sure if people are aware of this, but once you signed up on LinkedIn, you know, it will assign a weird random set of letters and numbers as your LinkedIn profile URL, just like this one below, right? And if you want people to visit your URL, you can't really make them memorize this random sets of letters and numbers, right? So it only makes sense if you're going to clean up your URL, customize it so that, people can quickly find you online. So to do that, okay, once again, you go to your profile, and then it's this section again, the edit public profile and URL, right? But once you click that, you go and find this section right here, which is the edit custom URL. So to edit that, just click on, I believe you will see a pen right here. The pen is the edit icon. So click on that, and then LinkedIn will give you the ability to edit your profile. So what I suggest is simply just put your first name and your last name. But if it's taken, you can, put some other words right there. Like if you're a VA, you can say VA Gladys Guanes if it's not available. Or maybe if you are the CEO of your company, you can go ahead and say CEO Gladys Guanes or something like that. So note that your custom URL, it must contain at least 3 to 100 letters or numbers. But what I suggest is the shorter, the better, right? Because the shorter your URL is, the easier it is for people to memorize it and to actually type it on their search box. All right. So once you are satisfied with the URL and LinkedIn says that, oh, it's available, then go ahead and click save. And now this link right here will be your new custom URL and not just any random set of numbers and letters. All right. So are you learning so far? Can you please type one in the chat box? So just I know that you are still with me. All right. Michelle says one. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. I love that. So next is hack number 3 or checklist number 3, the profile picture. All right. So this is also the what we call the default picture or your main picture on your profile. So this will be your first visual impression to your profile viewer. So make it count, right? Make sure that it is clean looking, professional looking, and that it also reflects your personal brand. I mean, it doesn't really have to be too professional, but at least it looks like you when they see you in person, and then it also speaks about your brand. Like if you have the brand colors of, like for me, I have orange and black. So for my profile picture, what I use is the orange background, so it looks clean and presentable, right? So my suggestion is to use a high quality headshot that would it would show your face and how you look like in person, and make sure that it is at least 200 by 200 pixels, so that when you upload it, it's not um, blurry or pixelated. And it would also be good if it is in a square canvas, because LinkedIn would it would appear on LinkedIn like this, right? So if you have a square photo, that would be better. All right, so that's hack number 3. Now number 4, which I'm not sure if people knows about this, but most of the coaches that I connected with, they don't have a personalized banner. All right. So the LinkedIn banner, it's like when you go to Facebook, right? Facebook has a cover photo aside from your default photo. So this is like the cover photo on LinkedIn, and we call it a LinkedIn banner. So it will be good if you have a personalized LinkedIn banner. And what I mean by personalized is it also speaks about your brand, right? Um, if you already have the brand color, then create a LinkedIn banner that would represent your brand color. And then if you have a logo, put your logo somewhere there, right? And the most important thing of all is don't forget to put a call to action, right? What I mean by a call to action is if you want people to visit your website, then it makes sense that you put your website in there, right? The URL of your website. If you want people to email you, put your email address in there. If you want people to maybe call you, put your phone number in there or your booking link. Make it easier for people to actually reach out to you if you want, if if there's someone who is interested to contact you for an opportunity or something, because LinkedIn, it's like the social media for business, right? So people go in there, look into your profile for business. So if they need, let's say you are a virtual assistant, right? If they need a virtual assistant and they saw your profile, you know the banner, just like in this photo, it's one of the few things that your viewer would be able to see once they click on your profile. So make it count. It's like the billboard of your profile, right? So make it easier for them to contact you by putting that in the banner. And also, you know, if you have a tagline, you can also put that there. like mine here. Yep. So the banner, it's easy to create it actually. You can just go to canva.com. If you're not familiar with Canva, it's an online tool that would make graphic designing a whole lot easier for you, even if you are a beginner. So if you don't have an account on Canva yet, go to canva.com after this webinar and sign up for a free account and try creating your own banner. Right? But if you need help creating your banner, I'm one DM away. You can contact me on LinkedIn as well. All right, so that's hack number 4, right? That's very important. The banner, it's one of the few things that your viewer would be able to see once they click on your profile. All right, so just a quick break and a quick check. Are you learning so far? Can you please type 1 in the chat box if you are? All right, I love the energy of the people here. Angela says yes. Michelle, yes. Nikki, yes. Stephanie, yes. Sue, yes. All right, great. So I hope that after this webinar, you apply all these things, right? And by the way, Kay would have the recording, so you will receive that as well. You can review it so that you would be able to apply all the things in here. So let's start. Let's continue with hack number 5, which is the headline. All right. So the headline. I'm not sure if I have it an example here, but all right. If you go into your profile, there's a section and you will see your picture, your profile picture, and then you would see your name, right? And then under your name, there is a one-liner there, and that's what you call the headline, all right? And the headline is very important because it's one of the few things that would follow you on LinkedIn wherever you go. It's like your shadow. It's like your shadow, right? What I mean is, if you comment on someone's post, you know, people on LinkedIn would see your picture, your name, and your headline. If you message someone, that person can see your picture, your name, and your headline. That's why the headline is very important to optimize. It is highly visible and searchable on LinkedIn. And by the way, the headline, it has a 120 character limit. So make sure that you use helpful keywords to reach your target audience. What I mean is, it should speak about what's in it for them if they decide to work with you, or if they viewed your profile, they can immediately see your headline. And if they are interested with what you offer, then they would be more motivated to talk to you, right? Because it speaks about their problem or their needs or their desire. So for my clients, what I suggest is to put this one liner offer in the headline. I help. Then you insert your target market, whoever it is that you are targeting, and then what you help them get, like the end result that they want. If they want more sales, if they want more, I don't know, leads, if they want more revenue, something like that, you put that in there by doing your solution, right? So for example, just like this one, uh, I help, and then the target market is small business owners, right? And then what does she help them? I mean, what does she help these small business owners get? They help. She helps them get more revenue. And that sounds attractive, right? Especially if you are a small business owner who is looking for more revenue, that would catch your attention. Now, you would also say how you help them get it, letting them focus on revenue generating tasks. So this means that that person is freeing them of some of the, let's say, minor tasks that the business owner would have to also think of if they are not there for them, because that person is a virtual assistant, right? And that's how you package your service, and that's how you get the attention of your target market. All right. So if you are an administrative assistant, you can also do this. Just put the right words in there, how you help your target market, and what is your solution for that, right? All right. So to edit the headline, this is what you do. You go into your profile as well, and then on your profile, you would see this section right here. So what you would click is this pen button right here. It's the edit button of LinkedIn. And then if you click that, you would see this page, and the headline is somewhere right here. So right now, this is my headline. It kind of have a different format, but still, you know, I stated there what I help my clients get, which is a client attracting LinkedIn profile, right? And I also stated my target market, which is now I am mainly targeting coaches, right? And I also included my solution, which is my 9-point checklist, which is this thing right here that I'm discussing to you about. And I also mentioned my um, title, that I am a LinkedIn profile optimizer. All right. So I hope that's okay. Let's go on to hack number 6, which is the contact information. So the contact information is very important, especially if you are looking for new opportunities, because if you are not active on LinkedIn and you don't have the contact information there, but then someone viewed your profile and they want to contact you, right? How should they get that information? I mean, do you think that they would go out of their way and Google you and try to find the information? Not really, right? If they don't have, if they don't have enough time to do that. But if you have your contact information there, and your connections would be able to see it, then that would be good, because you would have more opportunity to be contacted by those people that you want to attract, right? So LinkedIn provide you with more exposure when you fill out your contact information, right? Because if you fill out all the contact information and all the things that LinkedIn suggests that you fill out, you would have an all-star profile. And an all-star profile, it means that your profile is complete. So if someone searches for example, if you are an administrative assistant, if someone searches for an administrative assistant in the Philippines, for example, you would be one of those people that would appear more often on LinkedIn. They'd make you more visible because you have an all-star profile. Right? That's why, according to LinkedIn, users with complete profiles are 40 times more likely to receive opportunities through LinkedIn, because they are more searchable, and they get found more often. Right? So what I suggest for the contact information is that you add your website if you have one. You add your booking page. I don't know what you're using, but for me, I use Calendly, and it's good. It's amazing. And also your phone number. Not really your personal phone number. If you have a work phone number or something like that, you can put that in there, right? Or if you don't want to put your phone number, I think the booking link is good, right? So to add the contact information, once again, go to your profile. So you would see somewhere here, you would see the profile picture, and then your name, and this is the headline, right? Under the name. And then under that, you would see this section right here, which is the contact info. Click that button, and then you would see this page right here. Now click on this pen button so that you can edit all the information that you want to put in there, right? The more complete it is, the better. So once you are done, just click save, and there you go. You have your contact info in there. All right. So next hack would be the summary or the about section. All right. So the summary, it is like your overall um, experience on LinkedIn. It's like your professional bio on LinkedIn. And the summary or the about section, it has a 2,000 character limit. So what I suggest is that you maximize that, right? Maximize the limit, put as many keywords as you can in there so that you would be more searchable on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, it has its own search engine, right? And the more keywords you have on your profile, the more that you would appear on the search results of LinkedIn. So keep it interesting, short. What I mean by short is not really short that you don't maximize the 2,000 limit, but make it straight to the point, right? Pay attention to words and phrases that will magnet your ideal clients. And when we say magnet your ideal clients, we talk about what they want, right? We talk about what they want, not who we are, what our achievements are. Because in general, people are not really interested with with us. Right? You're not interested in me, but you're interested with what I'm saying, right? So people are interested with things that would benefit them. So talk about what's in it for them if they decided to work with you, so that if they are reading your summary, they would be more motivated to talk to you if they see that, oh, this girl would be able to give me the result that I want, or this girl is the answer to my problems, right? So for my clients, I actually have this what do you call this, a fill in the blank LinkedIn summary template that I use. It includes what you do, whom you help, your unique mechanism, or what makes you unique or different, from other people who are offering the same service, how your process works, what others say. Like if you have testimonials from your past clients, you can put that in there, because uh, that makes your profile more attractive, and that makes your ideal clients more trustful of what you do, because you already have testimonials. And the most important thing, by the way, at the end, don't forget to put a call to action, right? Like if they are ready to talk, make it easier for them to contact you. Say that if you're ready to talk, you can contact me directly via email, or maybe book a call with me, or visit my website, right? All right. So, right. Are you still with me? Can you please can you please type one in the chat box? All right, great. Angela's still here. Nikki is still here. Michelle is still here. Stephanie is still here. Great. So let's go on with the next part. All right. So we also have the featured section. Um, the featured section, it rolled out like I think a few months ago. Before we don't have this section. But right now, LinkedIn gives you the opportunity. Right, this is a big opportunity to introduce who you are, what you do with your ideal client. So this is your opportunity to highlight the things that you want to highlight on your profile, right? You can add media into your profile in this featured section. um, Introduce your work and brand by adding related media in it. What I personally do is I add my website, my booking page, and the past posts that have have gathered a lot of engagements and likes from my connections. So this is how it would look like on your profile. All right. If you don't have it yet, go to your profile, and then you would see this section right here, right? The add profile section. And then when you click that, it will give you a drop down menu, and you just click on featured, right? When you click on featured, it will give you an option to add links. What else? Add past posts, or add past articles that you want to feature on your profile. So just go ahead and enter the required information that LinkedIn would ask of you to feature those things. And when you are done, just click add, then click save. Right? And this is how it would look like. So for me, I put my website first, so that if people are interested to visit my website, they can do so by just simply clicking on this, and then they would be redirected to my website. And I also put my booking link, my Calendly link, so that if they want to book a call and if they are interested to talk to me, they can just click on that, and they would be redirected. And then you can still scroll to the right. Most of the things that I put here are my past posts that have gathered a lot of comments and engagement, so that if they're interested to stalk me or something like that about my past activities on LinkedIn, they can do so by clicking on that. So that's the featured section right there. All right. Now we are almost at the end of the webinar, and this is the bonus hack that I promise you to lessen, quote unquote, your competition on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, we have this section called the PAV, right? PAV, it means people also view, all right? If you look into your profile, there's a section there over, I think, the right side of it, and you will see this. uh, section which says people also viewed. So PAV is a list of 10 random profiles which has some similarities to your own, right? Like for me, if I am a LinkedIn strategist, it says on my profile that I'm a LinkedIn strategist and I'm from the Philippines, then LinkedIn would suggest other LinkedIn strategies from the Philippines in this section on my profile if it is turned on, right? So it means that LinkedIn is showing your profile viewer um, 10 people which are your quote unquote competitors, right? And you don't want that in your profile because if your viewer is interested in finding a virtual assistant, then they'd have other choices because they see that people also viewed a section and they see that, oh, she's also a virtual assistant from the Philippines, maybe I should check her profile. So to lessen your competition, what I suggest is to turn off the PAV, right? And it's easy to turn on, right? Here's what you are going to do. To hide the PAV or the people also viewed section, just go to me. Me is also your profile actually. Um, it's like when you go to LinkedIn on the feed, on the upper right corner, you would see a little avatar of yours, right? So click on your little picture on the upper right corner. That's the me section. And then it would give you a drop down for the settings and privacy. So click on settings and privacy. And then you would be redirected to this section. Um, Make sure that you are under the privacy tab. Scroll down a little, and then you would see this section right here. Viewers of this profile also viewed. So this is the path. All right. So to turn that off, it's easy. You just make sure that this is grayed out and it says no. All right. And that way, it will auto save that, right? That way, you would lessen your quote unquote competitors on LinkedIn. All right. So yeah, that's it. Those are the 9 hacks that you can easily apply after this webinar. So if you have any questions, let me just see. You can go ahead and type it on the chat box or unmute yourself.